What's going on? Um, it's the 29th of January, 21, Friday, end of the week. This our one breakout system has had an absolute stormer of a week. 12 hours so far, although my performance has been lackluster. Only managed to get 4 hours of that, but that is my issues, not the systems. I think the last couple of months have been tough for me trading. Haven't really gone anywhere. I got a little bit some psychological issues creeping back in that I need to work on. Not taking some trades, getting out a bit early, that kind of thing. But that's why it's good to have a system with rules, thought out, pre-planned rules, so you can compare your performance to the systems. And yeah, it should be a 12-hour week today, but 33% of that I should be happy, I guess, but obviously gutted to miss out. But let's have a look at what's going on today. Starting with the euro. Euro, we put in inside bar yesterday after this candle on Wednesday. So not really going anywhere yet, consolidating, figuring out where to go, whether we come back to test this 120. That could be likely today, or if we just continue to chop around sideways for the rest of the week. For today to end the week like that, maybe it's another inside bar. But yeah, things are really moving. So there is opportunities out there, and I will take all the trades today. That probably will guarantee that it's going to be a crappy day. But yeah, euro 120, still got my eye on that. I think it's going to test it in the next, if not today, then next week maybe. If we rally and close near the highs, and I think this will bring in this 123 handle again. But the range is here. The support is pretty strong around this level, 120.60 area. So that's the support looking at. If that breaks, then I think we test this 120 or even below that, this double top inside this trend channel, just above 119. And should we get below that, then 118 comes into play. So there is some targets for the bulls and the bears, and at the moment we're just trading inside this range on the euro. Cable is even messier. It's a bit of a chop fest cable at the moment, but we are accumulating orders at this 137 handle, which has been important in the past. I show this every time I do this video, but just in case you're watching it for the first time, let's look at the weekly. You can see it's acted as support and resistance in the past, and we're just hanging around this level all for the last couple of weeks. Maybe even look at the monthly, and you can see what even clearer. Yeah, support here back in 2001 and again 2009, and then we broke through it 2016. Acted as support around 2018, and now here we are. So if we can get above and close above on a monthly, obviously it's the end of the month today, so a good opportunity for the bulls to show their strength. Close here, put in a good candle for the month, and I think cable has pretty much bottomed. We closed above this trend line that's been in play for a decade. So it closed above 137, and we could start to see a push up to this 143.50 handle, which has been support and resistance in the past. So looks like cable's bottoming out. Let's go back to the daily. Right, why been speaking about this trend channel wedge here. and we've broken out of it yesterday. Put in this pin bar that failed, and today we are pushing higher again. So this double top here, 104. 104.70, well, 104.80. This could be the target for the bulls. Should we get there? Seems to be some nice upward momentum since touching this trend channel support. We pushed higher, consolidated, and now this is the second leg. So looks set to test this level. I think we might get there today. Above that, 105 handles. These big round numbers really play a part on UY. So have those marked up in your chart. Might be a good place to take profits if you are long. GY, I talked about this pin bar that was there to be taken yesterday, right on this big level, September the 1st high, and also this 2-year trend line. But this pin bar didn't look that strong. We closed above where it opened, so it's not a sign of a complete reversal pattern. But yesterday we took out the highs of that as well. So depending on what we're going to do, we didn't push too far above it, and you can see we're starting to these 2 wicks may be a sign of something toppy, but let's see what happens today on GY. We could come down and trade above this trend line. If we close above it, then we might just retest it and then start pushing upwards towards this 144. But yeah, GY is in a bit of a peculiar pace at the moment. Make sure you have that trend line marked up. It is important. EY, you can see this real tight range we've been in since second half of November and December. We kind of tried to break out of it a few times. This was a false breakout. We sold off, and now we had a false breakout towards the downside, but we didn't even have a true test of this 125, which played a part of resistance, put in four highs before we had the breakout back in December on this candle. It's really big breakout. We did come back. It did test one of these highs, but it didn't test the big round number. And since then, we closed it back inside that range, and we tested it again. And since then, we started to move back upwards. So this indicates to me that it's, the bulls are in control. Should we break yesterday's high, I think this 127 handle could be the area that we go to next. AU, we were trading and consolidating after this leg higher for a couple of weeks, well, pretty much all month, and then we had this nice sell candle that closed below the wedge. We then pushed lower, tested this 76 big round number as support, which was previous resistance, and now we look to be trading within that range almost, although we haven't closed back inside there yet. So a close in there today might signal that this was a false breakout and we push towards the upside of the range, and then bearing in mind this 78.12 area, which was the high in January, should be closed back in there early February. Might see a push up towards those highs, a close above those, and then we push towards 79. So interesting on AU today is important to see where we close. If we close back inside this wedge, then this breakout might be false, and we push higher. If we close below it, then maybe we revisit the January low. You see, after all this downwards momentum, it looks to me like we've put in a little bit of a bottom here. We're pushing outside of this trend line, but bear in mind that this trend line could be something. Excuse me. could be somewhere around here now. So keep an eye on that, although it has, maybe I need to zoom out a little bit more. Yeah, this is where I had it marked up, because here, before we had the real breakout, it was the resistance back in April and May. Should have it a little bit lower, actually. Yeah, April, May. It was also the top of this range. Again, found resistance here, and then here, here. And you can see we broke, closed above it, and now we're pushing higher. So this 129.50 was important support for over a year. This could be the area where the bears are waiting to re-enter the market. So might see some profit taken if people are targeting around 129.50. Above that is big round number 130. So a couple of areas to keep an eye on there. Yesterday in gold, it was a bit of a crazy day. Not sure if you've heard about these Wall Street bets, it's subreddit. They have been a little bit sneaky with their play, squeezing the shorts on a stock called GameStop, GME. And then yesterday, they mentioned something about doing something similar on silver, and this seemed to push these precious metals higher yesterday. But we ended up closing similar to where we opened. I'll just show you it was this move here. Yeah, this big spike. It came around the same time as a tweet from Wall Street Bets, or a post on there saying they were interested in short squeezing hedge funds that were positioned in silver, and this spiked higher, but we closed. That move was vanished after a few hours, and today we're still chopping around. So gold's a bit messy, but on the daily, just have a quick look. We're still inside this trend channel, consolidating, hanging around this 118.20, 118.80 kind of range. So at the moment, it's really hard to get right. I'm a bit neutral on gold until we get below this 1820 area, which has acted as a support in the past, and then unless we get above this 1880 area, we could see a test towards the resistance of this trend channel. Anyway, guys, a little bit late today. Sorry, do apologize, but happy Friday. Hope you have a good trading session. Thanks, bye.